Good morning and welcome to your early morning intuitive guidance. Yes, time change. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum, here with some words of wisdom to start your day off well. And I'm sad. Now I'm looking out my window and all I see is dark and a few streetlights. So it was so nice getting up and having it be light out. But apparently they still think this time change thing is a good idea. So whatever, we will ride with it. And there are those who are good little doobies and got up right on the adjusted time, hoping to get their body adjusted so that tomorrow they actually make it when they're supposed to. Welcome to whomever is here. Glad you're here. And there are those don't be's who are like, to heck with it. It's Sunday. I'm staying in bed. You adjust your time. I'll get up when I'm ready. So I'm somewhere in the middle. Here we are, a little bit later than usual, but also a little bit earlier, depending on if you're sticking with the old timing or heading for the new timing. There is Miss Abigail. Welcome. Glad you are here. Thanks for the heart and the rainbows and the sunflower. I appreciate it. And we'll see how many pop on this morning. My guess is there's going to be far fewer live and far more who watch it after the fact. Totally get it. Totally get it. We have an awesome reading for today. And given how much we utilize this book, I'm surprised that this is a chapter that I haven't seen in quite some time. In fact, I'm not sure how long ago it's been since we had this particular chapter. So, but as always, because we want to keep some routine here, even though they messed up our time. Can you hear the curmudgeon in me? Yeah. So let's do a little tapping and some breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Good morning to the other two of you who've just popped on. Good morning, good morning. In through the nose, out through the mouth, grounding through the soles of your feet and the base of your spine into Mother Earth, right here, right now, fully present. And there is Miss Jo Neal. Good morning. You're on Facebook today. Glad you're here. Welcome. So in through the nose, out through the mouth. Just wiggle a little bit. Listen to all the creaks and cracks and groans and carryings on that our necks do when we get to a certain point. So glad you're all here with me. Let's see what we have for today. So it's Tosha Silver, Outrageous Openness, Letting the Divine Take the Lead. And the chapter is called, and interestingly, the length of characters I can have on different platforms is variable. Good morning, Barb. Good morning, Beth. We got lots of Michiganders today. Lots of Michiganders. Where are my Wisconsinites? And we have, let's see, Abigail, are you in Kansas City? Or are you in, where are you again? Somewhere down there. But we have a lot of Michiganders today. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad you're here. And Gwen, there's Miss Gwen. Yes, another Michigander. Wow. You guys are showing up. You're representing. This is good. This is good. All right. So our chapter, for those of you who like to follow along in the book, it's on page 170. It's called Hit the Road with God. Hit the road with God. Let's see what we can glean from this that serves us well today and moving forward. The quote is by Anonymous. I think it's such a bummer when someone channels something beautiful and their name isn't on it because, yeah, they said it to somebody and on it traveled without their attribution. And I will show you a third way, a hidden way. Good morning, Nancy. Welcome. Glad you are here. I will show you a third way, a hidden way. And again, when we're talking about divine right timing and divine right order, and a while ago we did our 21-day invocation of divine right timing and divine right order, mostly to get ourselves out of the way, because sometimes we're so invested in a particular outcome or a particular timing or a particular color, shape, size, whatever, that we don't see what's right here that would be a perfect fit. So this is about being in that flow. It's about being open to receiving this or something better. Let's see what we get. Tosha says, I've become a rabid fan of divine order for one good reason. For all my supposed intelligence, I would routinely feel overwhelmed and frozen by life's never-ending problems and decisions. Anybody? Anybody? Good morning, Carolyn. Good morning, Mel. Glad you guys are here. Look at all the fun little hearts and rainbows and waves and all kinds of cool stuff. Love it. Love it. Love it. She says, nowadays I feel lucky that my personality's own limitations forced me to become dependent on the help of the cosmos. Perhaps if I had been born an efficient superwoman, I wouldn't have needed any of this. But learning to move with divine flow changed my reality completely. Let's run that one again. Learning to move with the divine flow changed my reality completely. Welcome to those of you who are popping on and your names aren't rolling. Glad you are here. It turned out that what was once a road of total stress and fatigue to one of comparative ease, or at least manageability. For example, whenever I travel, I invoke divine order to open the way. It's like having a cosmic advance team. Ahead of departure, I imagine the whole trip surrounded by light and energy, saying, I love this. Let every aspect of this journey unfold in harmony. Let divine order arrange and show me every detail. The right airline connections, lodging, and all else are already selected, and I will be guided to them easily. I will follow the leads as they are shown. And I think one of the biggest pieces to come out of the divine right timing and divine right order stuff is that idea of we're not going to see the whole path. Sometimes we're lucky if we can see the next step. But when we step forward in faith, a la Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., we'll move our way down the staircase or up the staircase, whichever direction we're going, right? She says, I've used this to help create seats on previously sold out planes, find cheap rental cars, whisk through clogged security lines, and have an often fun, relaxed time under absolutely nutty conditions. Not every door opens like magic, though they sometimes do, but the way is eased or at least made tolerable. So imagine if we weren't railing against the machine about how things are unfolding and we kind of flowed with it. Well, I wonder where this is going to take me. I wonder how this is going to turn out. And she has one of those stories in here making that point. So we shall get there shortly. Maybe think of it like WD-40 on the etheric plane. Rather than depending on the push of the ego, you travel with abundant help. Kind of fits with our last one from our four. Moving through the world, open to constant help, gets easier and easier with practice. I wonder where the help's going to come from this time. Be open. Be open. Let's see here. You feel as if you're in a holy chariot being carried to your destination. You're shown the right openings at the right time. And you can relax into what you're powerless to change until an alternate route is shown. So sometimes, yes, you do come up against what seems like the brick wall. Bide a little time. See what doors open, windows open, someone hands you a shovel you can dig under, whatever it is, whatever it is. So here's her story that's relevant to that. Before GPS systems and iPhones were ubiquitous, I was visiting Los Angeles when a gunman shut down all lanes on Highway 5. There I was, trapped outside Glendale, 35 miles from my destination, as a mass of cars solid as a glacier, in a mass of cars solid as a glacier. After an hour, people were going pretty cuckoo. The beefy bald guy in the next truck started smashing his roof with something that looked like an anvil. I felt like I was in the sequel to Blade Runner. I called in divine order and spent another hour crawling to an exit. Pulling into a gas station, I continued to pray. Then, a preternaturally cheerful young woman at the next pump and I started to chat. It turned out that she too was headed for Long Beach. And she told me proudly that as a native, she knew how to do it all off freeway, with shortcuts too. I followed the Debbie with the auburn ponytail in her sea green RX-7 through 100 twists and turns for the next 2 hours. She even waved me over to once at a great taqueria. A half a mile from my hotel, she flashed her lights goodbye. I silently thanked her with my whole heart for being the consummate guide. Sometimes the universe uses earth angels, human, animal, whatever, plant life. We can be led by many, many unexpected things. Are we paying attention? Do we have our eyes and ears open? Are we listening with our intuitive ears? Are we feeling with our intuitive self? Okay, and ask, okay, universe, I need some guidance here. I'm not sure where to go, not sure what to do next. Trust the process. And sometimes when we're first starting out, okay, I'm going to do this weird thing this lady told me to do on Facebook or YouTube this morning. I don't think it's going to work, but I'm going to try. Okay, universe, I need some help here. Crickets. You're just getting started. You're just practicing. Take some time with it. Okay, I'm going to pay attention. That's one of the reasons I like doing my next three things exercise with people, whether they're coaching clients or friends or whatever. But when someone is stuck on something, a lot of times we've got it right here and we can't even see. We got to back it up a bit so we can at least get a view of what all is going on here. So I use this little trick called the next three things. What you do is you pose your question to the universe. Okay, universe, where am I supposed to go? What am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to think and feel about this? Whatever your question is, what's my next step? Pose the question. Then pay attention to the next three things that jump out at you. And it's cheesy. It is cheesy. It can be a billboard. It can be a song on the radio. It can be a bumper sticker. It can be what someone says as they're walking past you. It might be a text message you get that's sent in error. Whatever it is, there's lots of ways for this to unfold. So I'll share a couple with you. I had a woman who was trying to make a very difficult decision with regard to her children, and she had kind of made a pseudo decision, but she really wasn't anchored in it. I, from the outside, could see this is a good decision. I believe this will turn out well for you, but it's not my job to tell someone else what to do. So I said to her, let's do the next three things. So she's driving home and she's driving down one of the major thoroughfares in Green Bay. And she's like, okay, God, if this is what you want me to do, show me a sign. Now, it had been rainy and gloomy all day long. The clouds parted, the sun shone. It was almost like, oh. She said when she came for her next session, she thought that was God kind of overdoing it, but she got the point. She got the point. It helped firm up her decision. So try it. The next three things. You've got something that's dogging you. You can't quite make the decision. You're uncertain. Pose the question. Pay attention to the next three things. Why three? Because I think if we just say one thing, what happens? We get so laser focused and then we're like, well, what if this isn't it? What if it's something else? If we do three, you can kind of do an average of the three and come to a conclusion and take a step forward in faith and see how that unfolds. And oftentimes, hindsight, when we look back, we're like, oh, yeah, I knew what I was going to pick. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. But this can be a tool to help you make those decisions that are sticky, kind of sticky. So that's our chapter for today. I hope you all have an awesome Sunday. It's supposed to be quite warm here. I don't remember if it's supposed to be sunny or rainy or what it's supposed to do, but warm sounds good to me. So hope you all have a lovely day. We'll see you again tomorrow. Remember, you are capable of far more than you think you are. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.